What's going on, you guys? It's me, Kev, bringing you another Cronus Zen tutorial. Going to be going over the Rogue Company game pack. A lot of you guys are requesting this, a follow-up to my previous video that I did on the Strike pack, but now I'm doing one for the Zen. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. I have it right here. I already dragged and dropped, clicking that number 1. Now, first things first, all the orange, you're going to want to match all your settings up here. You guys already know the jazz, and especially whatever your sensitivity is in game, X and Y axis. I play 40-40, so I'm going to do 31 to 40. You can also go up by 1, but no more than that. So let's say I'm a 40-40, I could go at least 41 to 50. But I advise just staying 31 to 40 for me if you play 40-40. But please match whatever you play. And 100 is the same. But yeah, if you play at 100, you're going to want 91 to 100. All right, so let's get on. Now, here, let me explain this. We have Zen character system. What this is, you can read it right there. But pretty much having this enabled is going to set automatically the most optimized rate of fire and the most optimized, recoil that you could possibly get for the character. See, and they have the whole list of characters. So if I were you, if you're using this mod, I would select your go-to, your favorite character in the game, whichever one you want to run with. Scorch is my baby. I like Scorch and Anvil. But for sake of video, I'm going to go over with Anvil. But you want to have this enabled. Now, there's two ways of running this game pack for the Zen. Now, they're super identical in a way because they both revolve around like hitting your target and the bullet registration system and all that, like looking at your crosshair, stuff like that. I'll explain during gameplay. But these are the two ways. You have here the Zen character system, and then you have the perfect anti-recoil and no bullet spread. Now, if you're running the Zen character system enabled, you're gonna want to have rapid fire enabled as well. So it could register if you're running like a semi-auto, like shotgun, pistol, whatever. And you're going to want the anti-recoil enabled. And then you're going to want to have this disabled because you cannot run both. Sadly, but you can't. You can't run the Zen character system and the perfect anti-recoil no bullet spread at the same time. You cannot rock them both. You can only rock one or the other. So if you have this enabled, you want this disabled. Now the perfect anti-recoil and no bullet spread, this mod will eliminate all recoil and spread, but your rate of fire can be slightly reduced. Please disable character system, anti-recoil, and rapid fire. Now, you gotta ask yourself, is this worth risking, rapid fire? Like RPM, is this worth risking your rate of fire? Honestly. Because we all know in shooting games, rate of fire wins. Especially up close, rate of fire is go-to, in most shooting games. Especially like the MP7 for Scorch that she has, or depending on your character, whatever. But I'll show you in game what it looks like, what the nerf looks like, or you could call it a nerf, whatever. What it looks like, handicapping yourself, and also you got to have all three disabled: character system, anti-recoil, and rapid fire. So that right there tells you can't run both. You can only run either or. So having this disabled, it runs the character system. Again, this just optimizes that character for you, like whatever weapon you have in your hand, you can have it automatic apply rapid fire and automatic apply the optimum recoil. Now let me explain anti-recoil in this game. Anti-recoil in this game, it's not like Call of Duty or FPS game where you're gonna get absolute zero recoil if you just stand still, shoot at a wall. Anti-recoil in this game doesn't work like that. The recoil in this game doesn't work like that at all. It works a lot differently in this game. If you just ADS at a wall and shoot, you're still going to get recoil. You're going to get recoil regardless. But if you're aiming at your target, your crosshair turns red, the aim assist kicks in. And when you start shooting and landing your shots, that's when your recoil gets optimized. That's when your recoil gets, slim to none and it starts kicking in and it works. That's when the mod works its best. That's the way the game works. That's the way this game pack works. That's just the way it is. So it's not like an FPS game or a COD game where you can't expect zero beam recoil. I mean, you can adjust, like right here, you can be able to adjust your own settings and stuff like that, all that jazz, get it to where you really want it. But you can do all your testing and shoot. Trust me, it's going to be completely different than just aiming at a wall and shooting at a wall. And then when you're fighting and you're shooting at the AI, if you're testing in shooting range, or if you're actually PvP, you're gonna see. But the way the anti-recoil works is like that. That's the way this game is, and I'll show you in gameplay anyway exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna be going over first the Zen character system and then the perfect anti-recoil. Now, anti-recoil inverted. If you're a god and you play on inverted, enable that. I know a lot of people that do. Shout out to you, Bauer, my friend Bauer. He's one of them. polar aim assist. You guys already know what aim assist is, polar aim assist. Now here, this is completely to each his own. Now I have it on all like default or whatnot, or even if it's default, whatever. I didn't touch any of this. Now, if you want, you can do all your testing, you know, come back on here or do it through the adjustables menu on the LED screen in your Zen. Everyone has their mixed opinions. Everyone has their, when it comes to aim assist mods, everyone has their different numbers. I know a lot of people that play on a whole bunch of different numbers. I'm not going to give you a certain value or a certain number and say, yo, this is God mode, right? Use this. And then you tend to use it, and for some reason you don't like it. So everyone got their own taste. I would say just come on here, mess with this. Leave this enabled, obviously, and just adjust your values below. So you have all the strength, you got right here the speed and all that. You have all these. So you just come on here, adjust these values, and be testing. It might take you a while, but for the sake of the video, I'm going all on default right here. I'm gonna just show you that even the default, it still gives you a bit of a pull. Active shot mod disabled, but you got crouch and strafe. I'm not gonna be going over this, but that's self-explanatory. Strafe shot, it's just strafe right, strafe both, strafe left, and shot mod activator, but I have it disabled, so this doesn't really matter. Then you got quick scope, which I'm not going over. It's disabled. Auto reload, it automatically reloads. It forces the character to reload when you stop firing. Dodge roll, automatically just hold circle pretty much, and it'll start rolling for you, or circle for me, whatever roll is your button that you have. Auto sprint, self-explanatory. Hair triggers, I already went over this countless times. It's a must. And block game rumble, leave this enabled if you want to block all game rumble. But if you like the game rumble, then leave it disabled. But I don't like it. And that's it. You can pause it, whatever. And now I'm gonna show you in shooting range. Let's go. Don't forget to save it. All right, what's going on, you guys? Now that I'm in the shooting range, you got all my guns upgraded and everything. Got them both primary. Now I just want to say one thing right off the bat that the Zen doesn't really explain. You need to make sure you are on the right weapon, that you make sure you got the Zen recognizing that you got the right weapon in your hand, the right primary gun. So what do you mean? What do you mean, Kev? For example, let's say I got the LMG right here. I got the MAW, MAW, whatever you want to say. I got it. And then his other weapon is a shotgun, right? I'm not pronouncing that word. You got the shotgun, right? Now, you see the settings to the top right here. I'm on the Rogue Company. Now, L2 and options will bring up the mod menu. Now, 31 to 40. I play 40. Now, skipping all this, just make sure you remember the matching game. Now, I'm here in character system, right? In character system mod. Now, go down. I have an anvil. I have dry fire enabled. Perfect is disabled. Anti-recoil is enabled. And inverted is disabled. Images is enabled, so on and so forth, right? Now, if I just ADS at a wall and shoot, you're gonna notice where the recoil goes. Go straight down, right? Now, obviously I don't have rapid fire enabled, and there goes the auto reload in action. The auto reload is nice. Now, you would ADS, so L2, and you would navigate between your primary weapons, whatever weapon you are using, by clicking L3 or R3. L3, you see, it switches to the shotgun here. Click L3 again, it switches to shotgun. Now, if I click R3, it switches to the MAW, MAW, whatever, his LMG. You want to make sure that's the case on the Zen. So look at that LED screen of the Zen, make sure you're on the right gun, or else it's gonna give you a hard time. You're gonna have a hard time. Now, let me explain the mods and recoil in this game. Now, the anti-recoil, it works a lot different in this game. You can't just ADS at a wall and think, oh, it's gonna be beam, because it's not. You can get it like that if you self-adjust it and all that jazz, but still you can have some type of recoil. It's either gonna go up, down, left, right a little bit, because the way the hit marker system works in this game, and the recoil lessens the more you stay in your target, hitting your target. For example, you just saw the recoil, right? I shot and it went straight down like crazy, right? His LMG, right? I got a full mag. Now I'm gonna just hit this guy. Now notice the recoil. Notice if the crosshairs moves or doesn't move by the time he dies. Do you see that? And there go the automatic reload again. He dies before even anything, but look at the crosshairs. It doesn't move. It does not move at all. Now it's gonna move. I'm gonna continue shooting. I'm not gonna let go of shooting. I'm gonna continue shooting even after he's dead. After she's dead, you're gonna notice then the recoil moves and then it stops again. When the next, AI spawns and it stops again, you're gonna notice. Look, ready? I'm gonna start from her chest. You notice? You see that, right? So the mod kicks in when the hit markers kick in, when you start, you know, landing your shots, then the recoil lessens a lot, and that's when the mod kicks in. Look at that. Then it starts to move. When she despawns, it starts to move. You see that? That's weird, but it's different, and that's just the way the game works. Because you come to the wall, ADS to shoot at the wall. Look at the recoil, like crazy. I stopped shooting and reload. So yeah, I love that automatic reload. I haven't played this game in a while, but that's the way this game works. It works revolving around the hit marker system and all that jazz, and the registration of the bullets and stuff like that, and also the anti-recoil works. So see that how it barely moves, and then when AI is dead, disappears, and there's no more the crosshair turns white again, the recoil goes down. For example, look at this. Now look, not just hitting her. Again, it's like the closer you are to the target, and when you're hitting the target, it's the less recoil you're gonna get. So for example, I'm over here. Yeah, look at that recoil. Look at that recoil. Right now, reload your gun. I'm ADS out one more time, and I'm just gonna shoot. See, look at that. That's crazy how it works. So you guys, the whole thing works around hitting and landing your shots. As long as you're landing your shots, you know, your recoil is gonna be spot on. The mods are gonna work, you know, spot on. So just bear that in mind. Just keep that in mind, especially with the character system. Now, pay attention to the top right, LT and options. I'm gonna disable the character, disable the character system. Still have anvil. Disable rapid fire. Enable perfect, and now I'm gonna show off the perfect no recoil bullet spread. Disable anti-recoil, and that's it. And everything else remains the same. Now for this mod, it's kind of the same thing. It revolves around, you know, the crosshair and the registration of your bullets and all that jazz. Now, if you notice, if I click L3 along with ADS, nothing happens because I turned off the character system. Now, wait, let me ADS on the wall and shoot, just so I could show you the nerf that the RPM gets, the rate of fire. You see that? And this is LMG. This is what I was explaining like before. Like, is it really worth it? I don't know. It's up to you guys. You make the decision. And look, you still, after a while, like halfway through the clip, it goes off to the right. Obviously because it's LMG, so you're not gonna get the most perfect recoil the whole entire clip. Like I said, unless you're landing your shots and you're hitting and your bullets are registering. But look, to me, it's not worth it. That's a huge, like, you know, nerf that you get, that you have to sacrifice. Well, not really a nerf, but a huge sacrifice. Willing to give up rate of fire just for this mod. Now I'm gonna show you the difference when you're ADSing AI or player and shooting. It's not gonna move at all. It's not, the character system is one thing that it doesn't move and you land shots, but this is not gonna move at all. That's because you're losing more rate of fire, so you're making it even more perfect. So Collector Minds had that thought of like reducing the rate of fire in this game to get the best out of the anti-recoil when hitting your target. That's the way this game works, guys. That's just the way it is. It's not like a FPS game where it's a lot easier. This is a lot more complicated. You have to land your shots. But look, it doesn't move at all. It just does not move as long as you're hitting your target. And you can see the aim assist slows down. Also, yeah, kickback, see that slowdown. That slowdown you get, it kicks in. So as long as you're hitting your target, it's not gonna freaking move at all whatsoever. And just remember, every time you let go R2 with this mod, it's gonna force you to reload. It's gonna automatic reload. So just bear that in mind. If you're shooting and then you let go of your fire button, what just happened to me, it's gonna force you to reload. So just bear that in mind. Now, last but not least, I want to show you guys the aim assist, which is just a basic. It's not that strong. I'm pretty sure you guys can make it to how you want it, like to each his own. But this is default. See how it just sticks a little bit? But nobody's just gonna stand idle, like stand here. It's not aimbot. It's not gonna follow them. See, it's not gonna follow me. Granted, you can probably make it stronger. It being on the Zen, it being a polar aim assist. So you got like more settings. You can tweak it. You can fine tune it, all that. But honestly, for this game, you don't really need that much. This game already has pretty strong aim assist, and especially with this, like with this mod and with these mods, like, you know, that slows down while it's pretty much like you're good to go. But I know a lot of you guys want stronger aim assist, like to the point where, you know, it sticks as much as it possibly can. But this is how you get it. Run by, see, it sticks to it a little bit. Run by one more time. There you go. what about you over here? Let's see. See, it follows and sticks to it a little bit, but it's not gonna follow as much as like on COD and stuff like that. But like I said, you guys know you guys know a lot of tricks. You guys know what you like and what you don't like. But to me, you don't really need that much, especially like if you're using the character system or the perfect recoil. So, but again, let me show you the fire rate that you're pretty much giving up. That compared to let me just turn off the game pack real quick. Compare that to just the regular full-on fire rate of the LMG and the regular recoil. See how recoil that just goes straight up. It's a different kind of recoil. So it's not perfect. The mod's not perfect. Like it's gonna be spot on, but as you can see, and it still goes kind of off to the right. But this recoil just goes straight up, and she got in the way. It goes straight up. You see, so it's not gonna be perfect, but you just gotta make sure you're actually landing your shots. See, and then without no mods and you're shooting, you're still gonna get high recoil. You see that? So just bear that in mind. You know, just work around things and set settings, and you know, play at your own pace and play with your own settings. Just make sure you match everything. The way the Zen says, whatever your settings are in game. So go to settings, go over to controls. These are my settings. I play at all like default. Everything is like normalized. I play 40/40 and that's about it. Vibration is enabled and all that. So yeah, see, enabled, but it's disabled in the game. So I mean, it's disabled within the Zen. So you can have it enabled here and have it disabled in the Zen. But yeah, that's about it. So if this video helped you out, drop your boy a like, subscribe if you're new. You know, check out my other content. You know, Zen, Strike Pack, Next Gen, and stay safe. I'm out. Peace.